Get invested, stay invested. The rest is commentary. That's from advisor Nick Nielsen of Know My Plan and our guest today on The Real Finfluencers. Welcome, Nick.
Laura, thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here.
You landed yourself a spot on The Real Finfluencers because you are creating a lot of video content, and I want to dig into what you're doing, starting with your website, because I got to tell you, I look at a lot of advisor websites. I'm typically not impressed. The branding is beautiful. One thing I really do like about your website is that as you scroll down, there is easy access to some of your YouTube videos, which I know this was intentional. Tell me a little bit about how this is working for you.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously video has worked really well. We're really happy with the website. Amanda Zwychek from Hyperpony Studios, she designed it. She worked with a lot of our existing content and sketches that we've done over the past number of years to colorate that color scheme into it. And I think that she did a really good job. I think she's awesome. But yeah, we love having a couple of places on the website that allows us to expand on different thoughts, such as do I need a financial plan? Why we created a one-page plan, where if people are interested in learning more, they can click on a video and watch a longer 6 to 8 minute video. I think the real purpose of video is giving people a chance to get to know if they like you, if they vibe with you, because I think at the end of the day, people do business with those they like, know, and trust. And generally within a few minutes of watching someone speak on camera, you're going to have a pretty good idea if there's someone that you want to spend time with.
Well, big shout out to Amanda over at Hyperpony Studios, because she does great work. And I didn't even realize she was behind that beautiful website that you have, but I'm super impressed. Let's take a look at your YouTube channel. Looks like you have a significant number of videos, 233. I always like to click over to see what's the most popular. And you've got close to 3,000 views on this life insurance needs analysis video that was posted 5 years ago. What's the story here?
Yeah, I wish I had a better story. It's not a great video. It's not one of the better ones that we did, but for whatever reason, somehow how the algorithm works, it gets some level of traction, and it does get generally 100 or so views every single month. I do think there's a lot of people that are searching for some level of how much life insurance do I need and why. And for whatever reason, of the videos that we've done, the algorithm tends to like that one more so than other ones. However, I would say much of these metrics I don't really pay attention to, because I don't think that I've ever gotten somebody who's watched that video raise their hand and said, "Hey, Nick, I'd like to meet with you." So, things that I'm more interested in are what are the videos that are creating conversations that are actually leading to know my plan, having the ability to help improve families' financial situations.
How do you find people are taking the next step from your videos? Those videos that you're posting on LinkedIn? Are they videos on Instagram? Are they videos on your website or email?
Yeah, so they're all of the above, right? So all the videos are cross-pollinated across all the platforms. One of the things we've done probably over the last 18 months is broken up the long-form sound bites that we do use. It's kind of a highlight reel on the different platforms that do really well, but it's all just layering and layering and layering. The average person doesn't wake up and say, man, I really need a financial planner today. But what we have seen is that when people reach some level of financial complexity, or there's a pain point that they just can't take anymore, trying to do it themselves, or they're not getting served by the current financial planning team, you just want to be one of the top 2 or 3 names that they think of. And by consistently creating the content, specifically videos, I do think it helps stay top of mind.
That's a great tip for advisors out there. And that is that creating a video and putting it out there might not lead to a piece of business right away, a new lead, a new prospect coming in the door, that it's oftentimes this drip, drip, drip of brand impression that when the time comes that they need you, you're one of the first people they think of.
Yes, it's very common that we hear, yeah, I've been following your comment for a year, the last 18 months. before they reach out. A lot of people aren't even first connections on LinkedIn; they're second connections. So it's really interesting the way that it works. I can't tell you all of the ways of how it works. I just know that it does, and it's very powerful.
I am have become a big fan of yours on LinkedIn, and I love what you're doing. Tell me a little bit about how you think this DIY selfie style walking and talking strategy is going.
It's worked better than I've planned, and I think it's a little bit different than more kind of the long form videos, dress shirt. Just show me in a more casual manner. I am more casual in general. We're never going to wear a suit and tie, or really we're not going to wear a jacket unless it's to a funeral. So I mean, I think I think it helps people see me as relatable and approachable, hopefully, and people have seemed to enjoy the videos that we've done over the past month or so uh, in that style. So one of those videos is getting dropped at 8 p.m. Eastern every evening, and then kind of do our traditional 8 a.m. post that goes out every morning. So it's a good. I think it's something different to mix up what people are seeing. You don't want to be just kind of like a one trick pony where it's kind of it looks the same every time somebody sees the stuff that you do. So we have a handful of different things that we're kind of constantly rotating through our LinkedIn feed.
Nick, tell me, overall, typical week, how much time are you spending on video marketing?
Um, Maybe an hour at the most. I do everything in one take, so I don't believe in multiple takes. We get it one done in one take, or it doesn't get done. And then I edit everything. But I do the editing. I do it all on the script, so I mean that's pretty easy, nice and simple. So I mean, all in it's less than an hour. It's not a very time-consuming process.
How about the time you spend pushing those videos out to your different platforms?
Yeah, I would probably include that in. I mean, maybe an extra half an hour at the most. I use Buffer for scheduling and disseminating the information. We do a weekly email that goes out through Constant Contact that's going to have links to some of the videos and things that we're doing. So I would say an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours at the most if I'm struggling on editing something, in a given week.
He's talking about 90 minutes or 2 hours at most. Nick, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing it. And remember, if Nick can do it, you can too. If you're looking to build authority and grow your practice with video, but you need some help, remember that's what we do at Idea Decanter. Thanks so much.